Good morning to everyone. We will now officially call our Tuesday, April 15th meeting to order. We will have the invocation by Chief J.C. Poe, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and led by Councilwoman Jenny Short. I'll ask everybody to stand for the invocation.
Bow our heads, please. Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for all the many blessings you've given us, and thank you for this country we live in, and thank you for our city leaders. And we just ask for your guidance and wisdom that you bestow on them. And we just ask that you keep your hand on all the city employees, Father God. And thank you again. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both. Item number 2, consider approving the minutes of the regular meeting held on April 1st.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes
Yes.
Yes.
and yes. Are there any amendments to the agenda?
No, sir.
Okay, with no amendments to the agenda, if you've had time to look over the agenda, I need approval to approve the agenda as printed.
I'll motion that we approve the agenda as printed.
Is there a
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes
Yes.
Yes.
and yes. Thank you. At this time, we'll present a proclamation for mental health awareness. Mayor Calvin.
Yes, who's here from Northwest Mental Health? I'm gonna, if I don't kill myself on the mic, I'm gonna read the proclamation. Whereas there is a proven connection between good mental health and overall personal health, and whereas mental health illness affects almost every family in America, whereas people with mental illness recover if given the necessary services and support from their communities, and whereas people with mental illness make important contributions to our family and our communities, and whereas millions of adults and children are disabled by mental illness every year, and whereas only 1 out of 2 people with serious forms of mental illness seeks treatment for his or her mental illness, and whereas stigma and fear of discrimination may keep many who would benefit from mental health services from seeking help, and whereas research has shown the most effective way to reduce stigma is through personal contact with someone with mental illness, and whereas good mental health is critical to the well-being of our families, communities, and schools and businesses, and whereas greater public awareness about mental illness can change negative attitudes and behaviors toward the people with mental illness. Therefore, I, Gary Cowan, Mayor of the City of Jasper, on behalf of the Jasper City Council, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2025 as Mental Health Month. I call upon all Jasper citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools to recommit our community to increasing awareness and understanding of mental illness, reducing stigma and discrimination, and promoting appropriate and accessible services for all people with mental illness. And here you go. Is there anything you'd like to say? I appreciate everything you do, and that's a tough battle you fight, and appreciate all you do.
We just want to say thank you. You're helping us to help meet the needs of the mental health needs of the community. So
And that is a battle that's ongoing, and it's tough with funding and tough to get help for everybody. So thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to get a picture now? You gotta come back up. I'm sorry, when Ron tells me you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Stand up, guys, right there, get in. And when he tells us we're okay, we're okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Okay, item number 6, approval of event permits, Ms. Kellie Barnes.
Morning, Council.
Morning.
Morning.
For item A, I'm seeking your approval to permit Watches and Whiskey requested by Young Jewelers to be held on Friday, June 13th. This is a watch sales event that they're holding that will not involve the sale of or serving any alcohol, but they may give some away as a prize. Setup time for that will begin at 1 p.m. with a start time of 3 o'clock, and the event will end by 7 p.m. They are asking to block 19th Street between 4th and 5th Avenues. They have requested an off-duty officer and have already booked that through the third-party company that handles that for the PD. And police, fire, and street departments have given their approvals. Item B is this year's Foothills Festival. That's on Friday, September 12th, and Saturday, September 13th. That's requested by Jasper Area Entertainment. Their setup will begin at 6 a.m. with the event starting at 5 p.m., ending by 11:30 p.m. Their requested blockages are on 19th Street from the bridge near 1st Avenue East to 6th Avenue and the adjoining avenues. A special event business license will be obtained to cover their vendors, and Jasper Area Entertainment and Jasper PD are creating an evacuation plan in the event of an emergency during the event. And Jasper PD will provide security along with a contract security company, and the City of Jasper is named as an additional insured on the event insurance coverage, and all third-party contractors are providing proof of insurance with the City of Jasper and Jasper Area Entertainment, both listed as additional insured for us. And police, fire, and street departments have given their approvals.
Okay, you've heard the request by Ms. Barnes. Anyone have any questions? If not, at this time, entertain a motion to approve it or not.
I'll make a motion to approve the event permits.
I'll second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Chief Pope.
Good morning, Mayor and Council.
Morning.
I'd like to request overnight travel for 3 of our officers that will be going to the intermediate SWAT training. That'll be level 1. It'll be May the 5th through May the 8th in Anniston. And also, I'd like to request to allow Captain Mize to be able to go to the FBI Summer Conference, and that'll be from the May 18th through the 22nd. Yes, the 22nd. It'll be at Orange Beach.
Okay, you've heard the request. Is there a motion?
I don't have a question, but I have a comment real quick. The event I just left, Chuck Henderson was awarded the Super Citizen, and it was the sweetest thing at Park School. So congratulations to
Great.
They talked about our police officers. But with that, I will make a motion.
Second?
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
And yes. Thank you, Chief. This time we're here for Ms. Carmen Harris. She on it? Okay, she's not here, but she's mentioned this at the work session, and she's considering a request for approval of overnight travel to the Sanitation Superintendent Waste Expo on May 4th through the 8th. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion if I can go with her.
Second?
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
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 And yes. Thank you. Okay, item number 9 and 10, we'll hear from Ms. Jessica Cook.
Council members, for item number 9, we received one response for the jail medical services request for proposals. This response was from Dr. Roger Childers with Preemptive Forensic Health Solutions in the amount of $62,000 per year. I recommend we reject this bid today to negotiate the annual pricing with this vendor.
Okay, is there any questions, or you've heard the request?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
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 And yes.
Council members, for item number 10, I request permission to renew the contract for tree removal services for a second year with Newman Tree service under the same terms and pricing.
Okay, you've heard the request. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
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 Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, item number 11 and 12, we will hear from our city clerk, Ms. Kathy Chambliss.
Council members, the first request is your consideration to approve Budget Amendment Number 15, which was introduced at the last council meeting. And it provided funding for a new mower for the cemetery and some renovations to the new City Hall Annex. Total of $40,626. We also requested some funding to purchase 2 used pickup trucks for the fire department at a cost of $60,000, and then funds for some improvements at the splash pad at District 5 in the amount of $28,000. So this is ready for your approval today.
Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the budget amendment 15.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
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 And yes.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And the next item is to introduce Budget Amendment Number 16, which these items were brought up in the work session on Friday. So we had a request from the natatorium for repair and maintenance to replace some lighting, $15,500, and at the park, $10,800 for some sod around the new splash pad and playground. We also heard a request for $25,500 for design, engineering design for a traffic light, and $31,158 for the purchase of potential right-of-way needed for the Airport Road and Arkadelphia intersection, and then $3,400 additional money for the used pickup trucks for the fire department. And that's an introduction today.
Okay, that's an introduction that no action will be taken today. This time we're item number 13, where we're considering adoption of a resolution authorizing Mayor Cowan to enter into an agreement. Mr. Brett McCarver.
Council. The resolution being requested for the mayor to sign is to enter into engineering design agreement with McGehee Engineering Corporation related to the required second entrance exit turnout on Viking Drive for Viking Cove subdivision. We discussed it at the work session. It's directly across from Eastside Baptist Church, and will eventually tie into the work we're doing down from there at 20th and Viking for traffic light.
Okay. You've heard the request. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
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 And yes. Okay, thank you. Item number 14.
Number 14, we've already been in discussions with Alabama Power, and this is a request following your procedure to add a non-existent currently street light at or near 406 Eagles Circle, and that is in District 1.
Okay, is there a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
I'll
Is it-
second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
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 And yes.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 15, Attorney Russ Robertson.
Coming in on 2 wheels.
Perfect time. Everything I've worked on in the last 2 weeks has taken twice as long as I thought it would. Could we table that until the next council meeting, at which time we'll have all our questions answered from the water board and be ready to present an adoptable ordinance to the council?
Yes. That,
Thank you very much.
we'll have to do that by motion.
Yeah.
Is there a motion to give him permission to,
I'll make a motion to table the adoption of the ordinance until a later date.
Okay, I'll second that.
all in favor, let it be known by saying yes.
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 And yes. Thank you. At this time, we'll receive comments from the audience. If there are any comments from the audience, please step to the podium and give your name and address and what district you're in. Okay, no one? At this time, we will consider a motion for a brief recess before we conduct our fire chief interviews at this time for about 10 minutes. Is there a motion to do so?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes
Yes.
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 and yes. Thank you. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Who? Oh,
It was so sweet.
So did 15 other people.
Oh,
It was so sweet. So
it was
the,
good. You got here.
We will now call our meeting back to order. At this time, we will conduct our fire chief interviews. They will have questions asked by the council and the mayor if necessary. And at this time, we'll call Mr. Eric Nairmore to the podium.
Good morning, council.
good morning.
Good morning.
do we want
Do,
Heath to, well, Eric?
I mean,
Do y'all want
Chris.
the interviewees
Chris.
to be in here one at a time, or each to be in here and the others interviewed?
One at a time, be easier, yeah.
Chris, so.
Chris, if you don't mind, thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Council, does everybody have a job resume up there? I've got some extras if you
Yes,
need.
sir.
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nairmore, would you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you feel like you will make us a good fire chief?
My name, of course, is Eric Nairmore. I've been affiliated with Jasper since 2003 with the city. I've been a citizen of the city, or my family, for the last 30 years. Have very strong ties to the city. I feel like when I come to work, I'm protecting not only citizens, but my family as well. I have over a dozen family members that live in the city or come to work here every single day. I got extensive experience in, of course, firefighting, interior, extrication, and I have a 21-year-old son that, of course, lives in the city and works in the city as well. So I have strong ties. I feel like I'm protecting my family as well as everybody else in the city, and I want what's best for my family as well as the citizens.
Okay, at this time, we'll open the floor for any council members that have any questions, or mayor, if you have any, at this time.
Hi, Eric.
Hello.
Thank you for your resume. It's a beautiful resume, and we really appreciate it. So you've been with the fire department since 2003, so I'm sure you have some thoughts as to what some of the greatest challenges are that face the department, as well as some of the greatest opportunities. Can you outline your thoughts about that? Is there a low-hanging fruit, perhaps, that you would make a decision about right away? But give us your thoughts on that.
Well, in the past, what I've seen is our employee retention at the fire department, and I feel like with some things that have gone on lately, which is much appreciated, that will solve a little bit of that problem, and we'll be able to keep some of our young firefighters here at the city. And really, that's been our biggest problem, is keeping firefighters. We've been a stepping stone for people for a long time. We train them, we send them somewhere else, and I feel like that can be solved, and a lot has been solved with that, with the pay raise, you know. And really, that's the biggest problem I've seen around here.
What about an opportunity? Greatest opportunity that you see with the fire department?
The greatest opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
as in opportunity for?
For growth, for what do you think you can do better? What is?
Oh, well, I feel like we need to be seen in the public more. That's what we're here for. We're here to serve the citizens. And we don't get seen. We don't do a whole lot of PR. We were not at the Foothills Festival this year. I'd like to change that. I'd like to be seen out in the public more, doing more things with the people that we serve. You know, our training, I'd like to go into more training for our men, such as a lot of our guys, they get CPR through us, and that's what they get. I'd like to see some of these guys get, I think last year we had a $35,000 training budget. I'm not sure what was used out of that, but being on the inside, I know a lot of guys didn't go to schools. I know we sent some fellas to rookie schools and I mean, that's approximately roughly $4,000. Don't hold me to that approximation. And I'd like to tap into the training budget more and get these guys more, EMT and apparatus operator for things they're going to be doing, such as operating the pumps and, technical rescue, things of that nature. I'd like to tap into more training for our men, and I feel like it makes them feel more appreciated as well when you push them to do better, And in the past, it's kind of been, you have to ask to go to a class, and there's been times I've waited a year to go to a class, stuff that, and of course, there was circumstances where we were sending guys to rookie schools and stuff, but I would like to see where we had an initiative to send these people to school instead of people asking, hey, can I go to this? Because I want them to be the best they can be. And if I can help them, then I will.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else?
Just real quick, thank you for serving our community and for your years with the fire department.
Yes, sir, it's a
Could you just
pleasure.
briefly describe your leadership style and how that would fit?
My style, I tell my guys, I say, guys, do your job and do the best you can, and you won't have no trouble out of me. And I know that sounds simple, but it's worked. They respect me. I feel like I have a lot of respect. I show them a lot of respect, and they get the job done. I got a lot of young guys. We spend time training every morning. We meet up, and we'll spend from 9 o'clock to 10, 11. We'll sit there, we'll train. We'll go out, put our hands on the trucks, put our hands on the medical bag, just something to keep our, to build knowledge. I'm not a hard butt, I don't, but my guys respect me, and I get it. They do what I need them to do, and that's all I ask of them, is to do their job and do the best of their ability. And we always get everything done. And when we're on calls, I have confidence in my men now. I got a lot of young guys, and it's been cool to watch them come up. I remember when I was a young guy and see the training that we implemented with these guys, them actually finally getting in there, and I feel comfortable as a captain saying, okay, I can let these guys go on a call, and I feel okay with them going in a house fire by themselves, because it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes when you're sending a young man into a burning building that don't have a whole lot of experience, But that's what I got on that.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I interviewed both of these people extensively in my office, and they both answered questions unbelievably well. So I've had my talk with Eric and with Chris right there. So.
Okay. You have any questions, Mr. Smith?
Hers got where I was, so.
Did she say she had one?
No, he covered it in his, and then Jenny's got mine set up.
Okay, so you don't have any? Okay, Mr. Namor, is there anything else that you want to leave with us in your closing remarks?
No, sir. No, sir. I appreciate it. It's been an honor. I'm very honored to even be able to be up here and be in front of y'all, and I thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
thank you for showing interest in it. I don't know which way he went. You see him out there?
If you don't mind, if you see him out there, please do.
Yeah, I thought he was looking for me. He can't find him.
He's had to go all the way down to the basement to get the bathroom. Possibly.
There
Nope,
he
There
is.
he is,
there he
sir.
is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think I'm next.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Upton, would you tell us something about yourself, and tell us what are the interests you have in the fire chief, being a fire chief?
The interest I have in being a fire chief, besides it just kind of being the natural progression of things, I've kind of always seen myself moving up into this role eventually. I've been, if you look at my resume, I've kind of been preparing for this for a long time, getting all my ducks in a row for the last 17 years. That's about it.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like you said, you've been with the fire department a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
And I was just wondering, given your length of service with the fire department, do you have anything that you think of that is a major challenge that you think you'll be facing with the fire department, as well as a major opportunity? And how would you address that?
I believe our, probably the majorest of challenges that we're going to be facing soon is we're having a lot of rooftops popping up here recently. And we're going to have to kind of keep up with the times.
Mhm.
That means stations and personnel to man them stations and equipment to put in them stations. And I know that's not something that's going to happen immediately, but we need to be planning for that for sure. And that's our biggest challenge right ahead of us.
What about an opportunity? Any low-hanging fruit that you think you grab and fix and?
Oh, yes, the lowest hanging fruit, which I've already kind of explained to y'all before, is our ISO rating. Like, we just went up to a 3, and I really was thinking we was going to stay at a 4. And then go up to a 3 later with some changes that I was planning on instituting, and actually I already began instituting. But now with these changes, I really hope to see us go up to a 2 very soon.
Well, that's a huge opportunity, and that
Yes, ma'am.
impacts the city
Yes, ma'am.
significantly, our citizens.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Okay, any councilman have any questions?
Chris, what motivates you?
What motivates me?
What gets you going when you start your day? Why do you come to work?
You see these kids and this lady here? That is my wife and my 2 youngest kids. Between the 2 of us, we have 5 daughters.
It's enough to motivate.
We have 5
That
daughters.
gets you up and going, for sure.
Luckily, 2 of them like already grown and out and on their own, but these are our 2 youngest ones, and they totally motivate me. The guys at the department totally motivate me. I want to set them up for success and let them like go out into the community and do their best job that they know how to do for the citizens, and that's my motivation.
All right, talk to me a little bit about your leadership style, and just specifically around, I'm sure there's disagreements and conflicts in the workplace from time to time.
From time to time.
Have you encountered those kind of circumstances? And if you have, how did you resolve them?
Specifically?
Or generally? But what's your
Or
process there
generally,
for conflict resolution?
Well, I like to take my conflicts behind a closed door first, and try to figure out what the problem is, how to solve this problem, if there's a solution to this problem. If there's not a solution to this problem, heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's just kind of how it is. I mean, the fire service is kind of like run like the military, you know. Somebody's got to be in charge. Somebody's got to make the decisions, and somebody's got to own up to them decisions when they're made.
Very good. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Smith? You good? Okay, Mr. Upton, is there anything else you want to leave with us in your statement, in your closing statements?
Not that I know. I really believe my 17 years with the city, my 17 continuous years with the city speaks for itself, and I'm going to stand behind what that says for me.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can sit now. You can get him, tell him to come back.
Yeah, grab Eric.
Is that a common knowledge? Anything said about the testing, is that a common knowledge?
No. I don't
It's
think-
not,
no,
it's
I don't-
something
I don't think we say anything about it. Well, you can, maybe.
no, I'm wondering if you can. Is ever the testing or the civil service, have we in the past brought, is that ever mentioned?
The Civil Service Board.
I think in the past, it's just started with the council members, and each one gets to say who they vote for. If you'd rather start it with the mayor, start it with the council, it doesn't matter, but I think, and then it's just been a tally of the votes.
Okay. I'm happy
No.
to go first. Oh, you want to go first?
Well, no, I was just asking, I couldn't remember in the last two that I've been in, if anything was brought up about the civil service board or the testing or anything. Is that?
I don't know that if we have brought that up, Jennifer, but both of the candidates have been tested by the Civil Service Board and have been placed on a register with Chris, I think, number one, and Eric was then number two. I believe was what we saw.
And they went through that.
Okay, any other comments to this matter? At this time, I will entertain a motion to vote.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, let it be known by saying yes
Yes.
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 and yes. Okay, all in favor,
So do we do it, Russ, just like when we are appointing that someone will make a nomination?
I think I think y'all can do it however you want to. You have two candidates, so it is more binary than when you're nominating, say, a school board member, where
Right.
there's thousands of people that might be eligible. So you could have a motion to approve one or the other and then take a vote on that. If it passes by a majority, then it's done. If you set it up like a vote where each of you picked between the two candidates, you could do that also. I mean, I think that's up to the council as to the procedure.
Let's do that. Let's do the second.
the voting on each one of them?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you want me to go first?
what do I hear? There's one recommendation to just vote on them individually. Is there any other recommendations from anybody? Okay.
That's what we've done in the
Done in the
past.
past.
is
Yeah.
Each council member picked
For the
who
judge, we
they-
did
who
that.
they
We
were
each.
wanting,
Okay.
and if there was, I get one, and if there's a tie, I get two.
Correct. Okay. At this time, we will, all in favor of Mr. Eric Nairmore, would you do so by raising your hand?
Is that how we do it?
I thought we were going to do it individually.
This one, I'm doing.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, what we've done is, in any way, and like Russ said, it's up to the council. Previous, it went to, like Councilwoman Short would go, my selection is
Okay.
so-and-so, and then it went down
Went
the
down the
list
line.
with the president of the council last, and then the mayor.
All right.
Okay.
We'll
Got
we'll
it.
go by districts then.
And first, before you start voting, let me say I've interviewed both of these gentlemen. They are both excellent choices. They both care about Jasper. I am proud to call them both my friends and think they both do a good job. The winner to me is 1A, the loser is 1B. I don't think there's anything bad I can say about either one of them.
Okay. All right. If there's no other comments, we will start with our voting procedure, starting with Ms. Short.
Thank you both for interviewing. We really appreciate it, and you're both extremely well qualified. I'll cast my vote for Chris Upton.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, again, I'll echo what Councilwoman Short said. Appreciate both of you guys. You're both extremely well qualified. And just to echo what the mayor said, I think the winner here is Jasper. Just to have multiple options from the city that are currently part of the fire department that are well qualified for this opportunity is tremendous, and I think speaks highly of the culture over there. I do kind of lean heavily on some of the recommendations from the civil service and some of the other things that have gone on. And so I think right now, as far as ability to kind of step into it and run with it at this time, would be Chris Upton would be my vote. But thank you, Eric, very much. And certainly, again, a 1B situation, it's very close.
And I'll echo what both of them said, and as well, thank you both for your service, but I will place mine as well for Chris Upton.
Okay. I appreciate you, both of you all having the interest in leading our city from the fire department. And we want to thank you both for applying and showing your interest. At this time, my vote goes for Chris Upton.
And I've got the last vote. It's an honor and a privilege to call you both my friends and see you both work for the Jasper Fire Department. And like I said, it's 1A, 1B. I'm going to go with Chris and Eric. I appreciate everything you've done, and I've known you since you came to the fire department, so, and know your dad well. So that's my vote.
Okay, the votes have been cast. It's 5 and nothing. Is there a motion to approve the votes as presented?
I'll make the motion to approve the votes.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, let me know by saying yes
Yes.
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 and yes. Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Upton. This time we receive comments from the mayor.
Well, this is a sad one for me. Both you guys did, Chris and Eric, y'all are outstanding. Both did a great job, and appreciate everything you've done for the city of Jasper. Now, Hambone, come up here, buddy. I've known David, I think David was the first firefighter I met back in 2000. I talked to him, and then I didn't realize he lived in my district till I came to your house and knocked on your door looking for a boat.
First day was at the church.
Yeah, you're right. And David, I can't figure out. Heath is retired, David's retired. I get to be mayor, and everybody's running out the daggum door. But David, I appreciate it. I didn't realize 28 years, and your boy is now a firefighter. That's just seems like yesterday. I don't know of anybody that cares about the firefighter, the conditions of the firefighter. David and I have had disagreements, but we've always in the direction of caring for the firefighters. I think you retired. I'm not happy because I don't think there's anybody more dedicated than you, man.
You
I
got to put up with
appreciate
it no more.
Yeah, I appreciate what you've done, and it's 28 years of service, man. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank the council and the mayor, Kathy, whoever was involved in getting this raised. I wish I would have stayed a little bit longer.
Wait, hey, hold on.
Now the state said, I just stay would let me know. But I know it's helping the city, all the city employees, but especially the police department and the fire department. Maybe to help retain some of the people. I've had a lot of discussions with Jennifer and Danny, which is not here. Josh, I wish I could have worked with you some, but Willie and Jeannie, I've emailed and called and complained, and I think Kathy's about the only one that didn't really ever hear from me.
Nice.
But the other, Gary especially,
No, I told Kathy when you come.
but that's gonna be big. Chris, Eric, both gonna do a great job. They'll work together. You got the other guys that's gonna work together. When I say this, and I'm sure it's with JC at the police department too, and I'm not speaking for you, JC. But I know if Chris, if he comes and asks for something, we need it, or those guys need it. We're not going, or they're not going to ask just to be asking. If he needs a new truck, he's going to ask for a new truck. If he needs guys, and for God's sake, we need guys. And we're going to need stations, like you said. The way Jasper's growing, we're going to need guys and we're going to need stations. And I just hope that in the future that everybody can work together and keep the fire department, police department, parking rec, sanitation, street department, everybody just continue to grow. But I'm partial for the fire department, and I'm a little bit partial for the police department, just because it's both falls under public safety. But public safety in Jasper has got to really be looked at a little bit more. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate it,
Thank you very
man.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, we need a picture.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get it after? Okay, definitely gotta have that one too.
Okay, Mayor, any other comments?
That's it, right there.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Mr. Lockhart, for your service to the city. It was appreciative of your service that you've given to the city for so many years and your positive and negative comments. They all were pretty good. Thank you. Any council members have any comments this time?
I'm just staying on the part of, I did like what Eric said about being involved and being a presence. I know we couldn't have ever built Apex Playground if it wasn't for the firemen. That was a community built and it was a big part of it. But that was also, yeah, oh yeah, Stacy. But just like what I said, the Liberty training that I just came from Park School was so great to hear that the children talking about these super citizens and that our police were one of them and the things that they do in our community. So thank you both, and I'm just proud of all of our departments, so thanks. Chuck Henderson, congratulations.
Any other comments from any other council members? Okay, if not, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Easter and a motion to adjourn if there's one.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor, let me know by saying yes.
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 And yes. Meeting adjourned.
All right.